And from there, we had people from a group called the Assembly of the Poor who attended that second workshop. And they invited us to come back to help them build the first earthen village in Thailand, which is called, I cannot pronounce it correctly, but Mun Yun, and it means self-reliant. So this network, Assembly of the Poor, is a coalition of farmers and villagers in Thailand. That's some 200, 300,000 people as part of this coalition, and it's local communities who are saying they don't want to be swept into the whole industrialization and modernization process. And they have a seat in the government and whatnot. So we worked with the Assembly of the Poor with a particular village that had been flooded off of their land because of a dam project about 4 years previously. And they got land and asked us to help them build their village, rebuild it. So after our first year in Thailand and doing these 2 trainings, we were invited to go back the following year in November 2003 and collaborate with several other now Thai-based natural building people and pioneers, and with the Assembly of the Poor and some monks and professors and architects and students and activists, both Thai-based as well as international. And we had about 500 people through the month of November in 2003 come help build Thailand's first earthen village. That included a council hall and 13 houses, 9 of which we started, and 4 were fully complete, and now they're all finished and the village is thriving. Yeah, and the story in Thailand is fantastic. It's really an incredible success story of natural building and a larger natural building movement, and the way it can help transform on a deep social level. So really now in Thailand, working across the boards from the very grassroots village-based groundwork, there's I think something like 7 groups now in Thailand doing natural building, and several different educational centers that have sprung up. We worked with networks that were teaching farmers how to get out of debt, become self-reliant, and they have now built natural building into their self-reliance curriculum. One of these organizations is called Santia Sok, which means peace, no sadness, and Santia Sok has regional centers. I think they're up to about 18 centers throughout different regions of Thailand. At each center, they teach something like 600 people per month. So 600 times 18 per month times 12 months. So they're teaching tens of thousands of people a year in Thailand. And part of that curriculum is natural building. So on the activist level, on the network and NGO level, natural building is happening, and then that filters through to reach many, many, many people. And so homes are being built by individuals for themselves, and educational, more public demonstration centers are being constructed. Some of the groups that have been formed in the last 3 years in Thailand have gone on to do resorts and whatnot. There's an orphanage, there's several schools, there's several meditation centers. So it's being utilized by cross sections of society in Thailand. It's just, it's wonderful to be involved with this work and do a program or a project and watch the exponential potential of what can happen. And learning from that process, really gleaned a lot from how things worked in Thailand and people's cooperation of coalition building, sharing knowledge and skills, supporting each other. very grassroots. Another piece that I learned from working in Thailand was working with representatives of established networks, because you get someone who comes to a workshop who is connected to thousands of more people, and you've already got, you've covered so much more ground than if someone comes who's just looking to build their own house. So we've really built that into Clayworks as an organization, part of our strategy for being as effective as we can with our work. There's a seed saving operation, organic farm demonstration education center. Some of the pioneers of natural building in Thailand are the ones who founded that. So Clayworks and Pun Pun we are affiliated with each other. There's another project which is an orphanage called the Whispering Seed, which is on the Thai-Burmese border, and they hosted, we co-ordinated together the first permaculture certification courses in Thailand, which were an international group and training group as well as participants. And it also helps to bring funds into their projects. And we've since been invited to work in over 30 countries. We've worked with people from 30 countries at our different trainings. People have come, and at this point, each project or training that we do has usually people from 6 to 8 countries. And now we're really just focusing on working with communities who their project will serve as an ongoing epicenter of community and local activity and serve as a regional model of sustainability. So building in permaculture principles and having a long-term vision and plan. We don't do private contract work. We're really focused on the public, educational end of natural building. It's all really important. This is clearly our focus. Well, to me, there's sort of a human response to natural building, and at least so far, anywhere with any age group, people, once they get in the mud and once they start building something that they believe in with other people who care about this work and are passionate, it's magic, and it's the response is a basic, common, just turn on. People just get really psyched and have a lot of fun. And when people understand the possibilities of earth and straw building and recognize that it's not going to fall apart and that it's been around for ages and it can be a stable and affordable and beautiful, healthy means of creating shelter. The rest is just a natural human, I think, this sort of interaction with Earth itself is takes care of itself, just flows. So working in Argentina, the response was similar. People just loved it. They get in the mud and they get crazy and have fun and build something that they feel proud of, and it returns human dignity and pride. Well, certainly when people get on a natural building site and start working together, I think a lot of the lines that we often identify with of who we are just can easily melt away, and it doesn't matter what someone's story is or what they do for a living or where they live. You're building something together that you care about, and you're having a profound experience, and so inevitably that brings people together and builds community across social and economic lines.